On the 9th of February 1709, a small house in Epworth, England, went up on fire, and inside his house was trapped a 5-year-old boy. And the people thought this guy is going to die, but luckily, a parishioners which stood on the shoulder of another man drew this guy out of the window. This little boy, mother's Susanna Wesley, actually said something that was so shocking. He said, "God has rescued this son for a purpose," and then she was right, because the name of that boy is John Wesley. This man later changed the course of Christian history forever. John Wesley was born on June 28, 1703, the 15th child of Samuel and Susanna Wesley. He was brilliant, disciplined, and hunger for God. At Oxford University, he helped from the Holy Club a small groups of boys that they were going out to preach the gospel. They pray daily, fast, share scriptures, visit prison, and serve the poor. People mock them, calling them Methodists, because they are so strict to their method. But that doesn't stop them, because that name later became a global movement. But that insult became their identity also. So, in 1735, John and his brother, Charles Wesley, they went on a voyage to America to preach the gospel, to work as missionaries. And the people of America, they don't like them because they are so strict. Their method is so strict that people have to reject their message. But they have to go back to England as a failure. So during the stormy sea, people were panicking, people were shouting, but one thing shocked John Wesley, that a group of Moravian Christians, instead of them to be panicking, they are singing hymns and worshiping God. And then this actually shocked this guy, because he was amazed by their peace, courage, and faith that he didn't have, because this later showed a seed into the life of this young guy. That experience changed him. Back in London, Wesley met a Moravian preacher named Peter Boal, who told him, "Preach faith until you have it, and when you have it, you preach faith." And this somehow actually was a seed in the heart of this young man. But still unsure, John Wesley went to a small meeting on May 24, 1738, on Ada Street. Someone was reading Martin Luther preface to the book of Romans. Then Wesley said something happened. So quickly, before you continue this video, please subscribe to this channel to help us grow more and to reach the unsaved lives. And you can share this to your families to help them grow in their faith, and then to learn about the people of old, how they serve God. Thank you. My eyes strangely warm. I felt I did trust in Christ alone for salvation. In that moment, his faith became alive, not just in his head, and also in his heart. That was a turning point for this guy. From that day, Wesley preached like never before. He began taking the gospel out of the church walls, preached to the fields, streets, and even open space, in the market space. He gathered people in the small society where they encouraged one another in prayer, holiness, and in service for God. When church rejected him, he didn't stop, because the Church of England, when they see that he preached outside the church walls, and then his preaching is touching many lives, and then they feel like, this guy, you need to go. And then that didn't stop him. He rode on the back horse for 250 miles during his entire lifetime, preaching thousands of sermons, forming a community, and inspiring people to live a disciplined, godly, and holy life. He asked if he ever traveled on foot instead of horseback. He simply replied, "No, I think this guy actually loved us very much." He was unstoppable, driven by one mission: to preach Christ and reform nations. By the time of his death, Methodist has grown from just 4 members to over 100,000 members across the globe. Even he actually believed that God don't just heal the soul, God actually healed the body. That's what made him to write many articles about medicals that actually change people's lives. Though people often quote him that he said that, "Do all the good you can by the means you can." Historians actually said that he never said it, but his life reflects this word, because he do all the good he can when he can. Wesley's life teaches us something powerful. He was a man rescued from fire, but he spent the rest of his life rescuing people from fire of sin, depression, hopelessness, from the power of the kingdom of darkness. He was a man that he didn't let failure stop him. That's it. A lot of us, because we fall one times, that has stopped us. But no, this is time to pick up our shoe and let us raise this together. He didn't wait for the perfect conditions. Yes, you don't have to wait for the perfect time. You can make your own perfect time, because God is always perfect, and God is the God of times. He simply obeyed God. You was he had and kept going. Yes, that thing that you have, that small thing that you have, is that one thing that God needs. That is small phone. That's what God needs. You don't have to get these shoes, get these big speakers for you to preach the gospel. Start with what you have to make impact on people's life. In our world today, full of distraction, doubt, and discouragement, Wesley's story reminds us you don't need to be perfect to make an impact. You need to be faithful. Yes, that's it. God doesn't want the people that are even perfect, but He made perfect people, because we cannot be perfect without God. So God just needs people that will surrender their hearts to Him, and then that's what you need to do. So if you are watching my video, you can actually pause it and say, God, I surrender my heart to you. When God set your heart on fire, the world will feel the warmth. I pray that God help us.